Welcome to episode 4, 8 Eyes, No Lies. You know the deal by now. We're going to dive right into it. I got Mason to my right. That's a guess, but that's where he's at. First of all, I said some things the last couple of weeks that I really want to clear the air pertaining to the Super Bowl winning quarterback, Sam Darnold. So I wrote him an apology letter. Dear Sam Darnold, I said some mean things about you over the last month or so. You're a Super Bowl champion. How is that possible? You were terrible at the Jets, terrible at the Panthers, and overall a terrible quarterback, or so I thought. You've proved me wrong. You're supposed to lay an egg. I was supposed to come on the show tonight and say, I told you so. You did not, and I cannot. You know, I'm here today to apologize to Sam. You were fantastic and will be a Super Bowl champion for the rest of your life. You've gained my respect and made me look like a doofus. I hope you win another. I am deeply sorry. And P.S., you give the worst post-game interviews of all time. Congratulations, Sam. This was absolutely massive for the Ginger community. Love, Logan. That's all I got to say, you know, and we'll get into breaking down the Super Bowl. I'm proud of Sam. I did not think he had it in him. I was expecting him to lay an egg, but yeah, let's just dive right into it. You watched the game. What did you think overall?
Yeah, I don't have anybody to apologize to, and if I did, I don't think I would do it. Yeah, it was a terrible game, to be honest. I did not enjoy the game at all, except the money that we won. Other than
A lot
that,
of it.
no, I did not enjoy it.
We kind of talked about it last week on the show. Like, we knew that this was going to be a defensive game, but I don't think that anybody really thought that Seattle's defense would come out and just absolutely dominate the game. And you saw how Drake May played. That is exactly how I envisioned Sam Darnold was going to play in my head, and it was opposite. It was the exact
Drake
opposite.
May poked.
God, he plays
I guess the best defense in the country, but he's a terrible game.
the dark side. I think that nickname alone makes him a top 10 all-time defense. Like, that is so sick.
Yeah, best defense, stout.
But, I mean, you got to think, too, like, Kenneth Walker wins MVP. Like, their running game was insane. He carried that. I mean, he was the reason that they go up 12-0. Like, he's the one single-handedly getting them in the field goal range. And I know I just gave Sam Darnold his flowers. He was due it. It pained me to the core to apologize. I mean, you know, I'm not that kind. I don't like to apologize. You know, Sam Darnold didn't play fantastic, but he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Lamar Jackson's not. Joe Burrow's not. Josh Allen's not. Dak Prescott, like, got a lot of guys that aren't.
Josh Allen is not.
He is not, and and as long as he's in that division with the Miami Dolphins, he will never be. But I think you got to give credit where credit's due, and winning a Super Bowl is. I don't care how you play.
Definitely.
Like, I mean, Peyton Manning played like garbage in his last one, and people give him credit. So I'm going to give Sam Darnold this.
Similar game.
It was
more points in that one, but and Kenneth Walker, and I told you last week there was going to be running back battle, and one team could run the ball, one team could not run the ball, and that won the game for the Seahawks.
And you saw what, like, Will Campbell's catching a lot of flack. I saw where, like, statistically, as an offensive lineman, he played like one of the worst graded playoff games in the history of the offensive linemen in the NFL. Like, and it looked like it. I mean, Drake May was getting pummeled.
Yeah, I mean, how many sacks did they get? You should have took a bet that every Seahawks player would get one sack.
Yeah. I wonder.
Rich.
I didn't go look. I wonder how many times they did sack him. And it was like, not only were the coverage was so good on the back end that, like, these guys, not only were they having to block an elite defensive front, they had to block him for forever because the guys were covering so tight that there was just nobody open for him to throw to. And eventually,
it was just one-sided. I mean, Patriots punt bet hit early on. First quarter, we're hitting the punt bet. So I was like, this game's going to be under. And
that was another thing, too. I saw Seattle's got the most money tied up into their specialists. They pay their punter and their kicker more than any other team in the NFL. It shows.
Set the record.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm trying to think of their punter's name. Dixon. He was like, well, for one, he's the first Australian-born player to ever win a Super Bowl. But, I mean, he was the reason that, like, Drake May was getting the ball. He had to go 90-plus yards on multiple occasions. Like,
oh, yeah. It's hard to do that against the defense. Is that good?
You're right. And then they just – dude, it seemed like Drake May was going to get killed out there, really. I hadn't seen a player, MVP caliber player, get just dominated the way he did.
Thank God he didn't win the MVP.
No kidding. People be like, take it back. It's not a real MVP award. Let me talk. Speaking of MVPs, you think that Kenneth Walker deserved? You think they gave that to the right guy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a lot of people were saying give it to Myers, and I mean, yeah, but I mean, kickers aren't going to win the MVP. Yeah, Kenneth Walker definitely. You could just give it to the whole defense.
That's a good point. Yeah, their defense
Anybody could
dominated,
win.
but Myers did break a Super
Yeah,
Bowl record, but
yeah, yeah.
Kenneth Walker
Walker's a
was
beast, man.
Kenneth Walker was the reason that I opened up the show today with an apology letter to Sam Darnold.
Pretty much. Donald didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, and which I brought up the stat last week. Darnold was 8-0 as a Seahawk in games where they didn't turn the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over again, and they went. Now they're 9-0. I don't think he turned the ball over the whole postseason. Like, hats off to him. I was shocked. I really thought that if they win this game, it's gonna be low scoring, and he's gonna play terrible, and like I don't know, they're gonna have to return a punt or something. Guy got it done. I mean, he pretty clutch. He had that nice
Man.
that first touchdown to what's that guy's name?
Yeah. Yeah, tight end.
It was a good throw.
Should have took his first touchdown, man. It's 10 to win like $300.
Well, I had Hunter Henry to score the first touchdown.
Yeah, close.
And then I had JSN maybe getting Super Bowl MVP. Shout out
JSN just not listed. He got hurt, didn't he?
Just take the night off. Yeah, they actually came out. It was like he had a concussion and an ankle injury. I'm like, got beat up. I'm surprised Drake May didn't get beat up.
Yeah.
Which they did. I think they did. I had to do like an X-ray on his shoulder or something. Which I mean,
Yeah.
he was going to get like the Lindsey Vaughn treatment of getting airlifted right out of Santa Clara, California. I mean, it was looking in the middle of the third quarter, maybe a little too soon. Shout out Lindsey Vaughn. She's good at whatever.
She's still
exactly.
Yeah.
I think overall it was a great football season. It was a lot of fun to kind of cover this through the playoffs.
There's nothing to talk about that game.
I mean, the game was not good. I mean, we could talk about the Budweiser commercial was freaking fire. Did you see that?
Didn't even see it.
Dude, they had it was a horse, and he finds like a little baby bird. The baby bird's all mangled, getting rained on, and like he just looks weak and tiny little bird. And as the time goes, Free Bird starts in the background. It starts getting a little louder and a little louder. Bird gets bigger and bigger. Eventually, the bird turns into a bald eagle. Bald eagle flies over the top of the horse. Free Bird's pumping. There's some like southern.
I gotta go out and watch that.
Yeah, exactly. One guy asked the other guy if he was crying, and he said the sun's in his eye. Like, it was a great. It was a highlight of the game for me. But let's yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say about this game. Congratulations to the Seahawks. Another thing I was going to bring up, because you're so good with your money moves and stuff, so next year you might be able to before the season. So if you'd have parlayed Indiana winning the college football national title with Seattle winning the Super Bowl in August, dude, you are a gazillionaire. Yeah. I wonder what that would have paid.
Yeah, see, I had that in my cart. I had that, but I took it out. Odds weren't where I wanted them.
Not good enough or too good? You don't want to make all the money.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah, no, they're too good. I didn't want to kill Vegas. I like
Fair.
Vegas.
Fair.
They got to keep the lights on.
That's true. That's true.
No, I mean, that is a crazy football season all around. I mean, Indiana and Seattle.
True.
No one saw it coming, but I mean, the two teams were the best. Those are the two best teams in both sports. So
I completely agree with you. I think there's rarely a time when everybody. I feel like if you don't agree with that, you're delusional. Like, rarely does the season end and like everybody agree. Like, okay, Indiana was the best college team. Seattle was the best NFL team. No questions asked. Like, let me ask you this, because I know this is going to kind of hit close to home with you being in that division. Nick kind of mentioned it last week on the show, and I was really looking forward to him coming back on and celebrating with us, but can't be too mad that Boston sports lost. But do you think that New England, do you think they got exposed Sunday night? Do you think they were scheduled merchants? And how do you feel like they'll be next year?
They might get canceled. They won't win the AFC East next year. The Bills will probably come out of the AFC East next year.
I agree.
This is if you look at the AFC East next year, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, and the Patriots, we have got the hardest draw. We got to play the Lions division with Green Bay, with the Vikings, with Justin Jefferson, and the Bears, who just had a great season as well.
Yep.
And we drew the other division was the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants. So out of Dolphins, we have to go to Philly next year.
Tough. Don't go.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna flip. Patriots are not gonna have the easiest schedule next year. Which
I
I
agree.
think the Bills are built to win those type of games better than the Patriots are.
I agree. I think that
I hate the Bills.
and I think that at the same time, like Seattle showed everybody the blueprint on like just get really complex with the secondary, change your scheme up, and like you can confuse Drake May if you blitz him and like I mean, but
Yeah.
your second year, Drake May will be fine, but they will not be back in the Super Bowl next year.
No.
Maybe not even the playoffs. They have to play a division winning schedule.
Not crazy to say that.
I agree. I could see them winning 9 games, 8 games next year and being left out. I'm sure we'll be writing another apology letter because apparently, I mean, all my takes are cold as ice, but
Not
that's kind of how I
apologizing.
feel. Like I think, you know, they have the foundation laid and they got the taste of like what it is to make it to that game. But like I think they're still 3 to 4 years away from being contenders, like legitimately, which is crazy to say for a team that literally made it to the Super Bowl. But you could tell there was a huge there was a big skill gap between Seattle and New England. And like think about like New
Yeah.
England's road to the Super Bowl, like who they start
Fluke.
with. I mean, Houston, C.J. Stroud turns it over 4 times. Then they go in the
Yeah.
snow and only have to score 10 points to beat Denver without their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And then they played one of the easiest schedules in the NFL to get to that point. Like I'm not ripping them. Like it's obviously
Oh no, no, no.
you know what I mean. Like it's impressive to get to the Super Bowl, but like they had a pretty easy route.
And also, like, don't feel bad. Like, I have friends. Like, I got a friend who's he won't watch it. His name's Jeremy. He's a big Patriots fan, and he
Not out
told his
there.
fiance that can't bother him during the Super Bowl. I'm like, why? You've seen them win 8 Super Bowls, man.
Like give me a break. Yeah.
Or
Come on,
7. I'm sorry, 7 Super Bowls.
yeah.
I'm like, look, I don't feel bad that they lost this game.
Right.
I don't really like the Patriots anyways, but no, I'm happier for Seattle fans than I would be for New England fans,
Yep. Like
and
come
not
on,
just because they're
Jeremy.
from Boston. Now, come on,
I do.
Jeremy.
I'll
I
tell
hope Jeremy
Seattle.
watches, which I don't think there's any chance that he does, but
We shouting him out right now, but
yeah,
I mean, I
I'll
tell
send him a
Savannah, like,
message.
Jax should be playing a Thursday night football game against the Jets. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm about to get loud.
Yeah.
Like, just so I can't imagine if
I understand Jeremy, yeah.
I hear him. Like, I see where he's coming from, but I also see where you're coming from at the same time. Like, you've been here, done that. Like, act like you've been there before, Jeremy.
Give me a shot, Jeremy.
So let's get off Super Bowl. Congrats, Seattle, New England. Enjoy winning 9 games next year. So NFL awards got released before the Super Bowl. Obviously, Matthew Stafford won MVP, Vrabel's Coach of the Year, Jackson Smith and Jigba Offensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett Defensive Player of the Year. We kind of did our own 8 Eyes award show here, or at least Mason's going to give who he thinks would have won those awards. I'm going to give who I think would have won
Yeah.
those awards, and then we can kind of talk about it from there. But Mason, who do you think was the most valuable player in the NFL in 2025?
Well, I think they probably got it right with what they had to choose from. Personally, I think the most valuable player to a team this year probably was Matthew Stafford. It probably was Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Was not Drake May. I want Myles Garrett to win the MVP. And I know he's on defense, but to be a valuable player, that usually mean that your team's gonna be winning some games.
True.
And Cleveland's Cleveland. I mean, so it's not Drake May. I think it's Stafford. I don't think it's even close, really.
I like that as far as like I like your Myles Garrett take. I think I said in like episode 1 or 2, like if you break a major NFL record, like the sack record is a major stat category. You break that, like that's a historic season. But at the same time, like you said, like how valuable can you be to your team when you go 4-13 or however many games they won?
Yeah, exactly.
So Matthew Stafford is the MVP in my opinion. I think they got that one right, and also like especially like you said with the guys that got nominated for MVP, like I didn't even think it was close.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I mean, so Stafford is officially
Yeah.
unanimous MVP.
He's coming back.
So let's go into your offensive player of the year.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant for a second here. Why do we have an MVP who's on offense,
And he can't.
and then we have an offensive player of the year? Should
So
he not?
I'm gonna actually cut you off because I wrote down from Offensive Player of the Year, Stafford.
Okay. All
Because
right.
how
Yeah.
can you
He's the
like
MVP.
you're an MVP, but you're not the best offensive player? Like, how does win an award above that not like you can't rack up and win
I
2
don't know.
trophies in one night? So go continue your thought, but I picked Stafford to be my Offensive Player of the Year.
Well, exactly. Well, I mean, if they want me to pick, like, if they want me to use their formula for the best offensive player other than the best player in the league, I think they got it right. I think it's JSN. I do. I mean, guy's a freak. I do think they got it right.
I agree if I had to
Yeah.
go. But interesting that I mean, no one thinks Drake May. Like he almost won MVP. He was probably second in voting in MVP, and then he's not Offensive Player of the Year. I think you have to go to a different position group.
I do, because I mean, if you give him the offensive player of the year, then
Yeah,
yeah, the whole thing doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense. But okay, so JSN. I
Well,
mean, obviously he had huge like coming out party kind of
yeah,
year
it's
where
either him or Puka. To me, Puka and Nakua is just as good as JSN, but they
I
just
didn't
beat him. So
realize I didn't realize Puka's numbers were as good as they were. I realized that he got really hot towards the end of the year, but I mean he was pretty good all year. I just don't those West Coast teams. I don't watch them play as much as I'd like to. All right, let's go with your defense player of the year,
Miles Garrett. I mean,
Myles Garrett.
sack record.
No question, no question.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's Miles Garrett. What a season.
Mason Rudolph punching air right now.
Yeah. They still got beef. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, no questions asked. Like you break the sack record.
Yeah.
You know,
What a beast.
I used to hate Myles Garrett. I'm starting to come around. I respect
Right.
how long he's been good. Like he's getting older. I don't know how old he is, but he
I'm
just
telling you,
seems like
the
getting-
older players get, the more the public starts to like them.
I
It's like
completely.
LeBron.
I think the
Everybody's
only
like
one.
LeBron guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I know a lot of people that didn't like LeBron his
Gotta
whole
respect
career. I was the same way with Kobe. I mean, I thought Kobe was a ball hog. I thought Kobe was
Yeah,
ridiculous. And then that
Kevin
last
Durant. I'm there with Durant now. I love Kevin Durant now.
Kobe's last few games, that was about all. I mean, they were electric, and I was like the biggest Kobe fan. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
But let's go into Coach
Halftime
of the
show.
Year.
No. Coach of the Year. Vrabel. I think it's got to be Mike Vrabel just for the expectations that were in New England, and then Super Bowl. But again, easy schedule. But
So I'm keeping this one close to the vest. I think Liam Cohen deserves Coach of the Year.
I mean, I don't think that's not crazy to say that.
You take over a franchise that was, I mean, no momentum. You just fired.
Yeah.
We hired Doug Peterson. He comes in, wins a playoff game, and then the ship sinks, and you fire that guy who had won a Super Bowl in Philly. It just seemed like I remember thinking, like, when we fired Doug Peterson, I'm like, if we can't be good with that guy who's won a Super Bowl in Philly, we're never going to be good. And then Liam Cohen comes in here first year. We draft Travis Hunter, but then he doesn't even play after week 4 or week 6 or whatever week he got hurt. To take pretty much the same roster that wasn't that good and to win freaking 13 games and win the division and should have won a playoff game, but Josh Allen was special. Like, beat the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Like, that's a complete turnaround of a team. Because my argument against that would be like, this is Vrabel's second season. The culture has been established a little bit in New England. Like, they expect to win. Like, Jacksonville's got nothing. So that's kind of my argument.
I definitely. I mean, he had to finish second, I imagine, right?
I guess so.
I mean, I guess they just put Vrabel because he went to Super Bowl. But
And
Cohen had him.
After his Duval presser,
He had to work on
you
that.
thought like, oh my God, this guy's getting fired after the preseason.
Yeah, he was a goof.
He's gonna be the first coach to never make it to September.
He had
Great
a great
job,
season.
Liam Cohen.
I think they're going to be right back in it next year.
I think
we hope.
Pretty good. I think they're gonna be pretty good.
We
Defense is
Jags
good.
guys.
Defense is good,
Yeah.
but anyway, you got anything to add to that?
No, I mean I agree. I mean I just saw Vrabel because he went to the Super Bowl and similar situations, but had terrible seasons, low expectations. I mean the Jags. Trevor doesn't throw a pick right there. Goes on the field, wins that game. I'm not sure that we had a Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl.
I haven't said this to many people because I sound like a homer, but since you opened the door for me to go in there, I think Jacksonville was the hottest team, and our defense was playing better than anybody. I think we were playing the best football anybody in the AFC. Like, I'm not scared of I'm not scared of Houston. We won the division. Denver, if same thing happens where Bo Nix get hurt, I'm not worried about. I
Yeah.
think we can
No,
beat
yeah,
them.
you beat them. Easy.
New
Probably by
England,
more.
New England's beatable. I don't think we beat Seattle, which we played. They beat us.
No, I don't say you I don't think but
They beat us 20-12 in Jacksonville this year. So
yeah, I don't think you beat Seattle, but you still make Super Bowl.
losing by 8's better than losing by
Have that
16. So
yeah.
well, you got anything
But
with?
it's
Oh, yeah.
no, I was just restating.
It's pretty sad
Stay
times right now.
strong, man.
Stay strong. We will get through it. We will get through it. There will be this beautiful September day coming for you, and you'll have 4 TVs going again, and all the games up there. You get the little 4 quad box on the TV and
Yeah.
watch all the games.
Be a long off season.
So we're gonna kind of step out of our comfort zone here a little bit. We brought a special guest on last week to talk about football, something that we knew about. Mason, you know way more about what we're about to talk about than I do, but Daytona 500 is coming up.
Maybe.
And, I love America, and nothing feels more American than some NASCAR. We got a special guest that is a NASCAR enthusiast. He is the mayor of Flat Creek, king of the Shoey, Mr. LEEROY Watermelon. And he'll join us whenever he can get his thing. There he is. Right.
Hey, how we doing tonight, gentlemen? How we doing?
But
Hey,
that
there he
mustache is dynamite, brother.
look
Hey.
at that.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm loving it, brother. Give me a whole new attitude.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Did you shave the mustache because of the Daytona 500, or were you just feeling spontaneous?
I was feeling real mustachy. That's all I can say, brother.
But first question I got for you, LEEROY, here is let me try to find my question. Maybe I should be a little bit more prepared here. But all right, this is kind of where I'm at leading into this thing. Like, obviously, to me, NASCAR feels as American as it gets. It carries like such a deep history when you got guys like, obviously the legends: Dale Sr., Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty.
Yeah.
I think the culture in NASCAR is the most unique out of all the sports in America. So I would just ask you, like, what separates NASCAR from like the other forms of racing, like F1 or a lot of the other much lamer types where you got like the Tour de France where they're on bikes that don't have any motors or engines. And out of all those guys, who's the guy right now that you like? Who's your favorite driver? And like, then kind of piggyback on that, like, who's your all-time favorite?
Okay, so me personally, what I think separates NASCAR from F1, IndyCar, Australian V8 supercars, the Rolex series, all of those is the grandeur of it. We do it bigger in America. It's a lot better in America. I don't care what anyone says. That European shit, get it out of here. Don't like it. It's trash. But I'm all about America over here. We do it better. But as far as like, all the other stuff,
I like it.
Yeah.
we have, a lot more horsepower. They go a lot faster than us. They also go a lot more right than us most of the time. Some weekends you might catch a right turn or 12. But, as far as like guys I'm looking out for these
Don't
days,
like it.
Ross Chastain, that's a good guy. Ryan Preece, I wish he would do better. William Byron, he needs a championship. That's a 2-time Daytona 500 champion. Possibly 3 in a row
Yeah,
if he's lucky.
Going for the
But-
three-peat.
He's fast.
Exactly. And, as far as all-time favorites, the man in black, Dale Sr.
Beer for Dale Sr. I think we've all done that at some point. But
Oh, yeah.
so I'll say this, like, never watched F1 ever. Never will. Like, sit down and watch it, but I have seen they're like one at a time. Like you turn on Sunday in NASCAR, you got them like 4 wide coming around the thing. Like, you don't really know who's in first. Sometimes you got that F1. It's like, it seems like it's just the same guy wins. If you get out in front, you can't pass the guy.
In F1, if you qualify on the
Just
pole,
delays.
Yeah.
you're pretty much guaranteed to win that damn race. Max Verstappen is a freaking monster right now.
Has there ever been a guy who has raced in both leagues, or is that like not a thing at all?
Throughout history, from
I don't think
F1
so,
to
but,
NASCAR, no. But from IndyCar to NASCAR, AJ Foyt comes to mind. And right now, from the Australian VA
Kyle Larson.
Supercar Series, he is from Australia, obviously, or New Zealand. I think it's New Zealand, but he's doing pretty well. only on road courses, though. He hasn't gone quite that other step to hit ovals yet, but I think he might get there this year, get his first oval win.
What do you think is harder, driving in NASCAR, F1? Like, what do you think takes more talent or more skill involved?
As a huge NASCAR fan, I would love to say NASCAR, but I think personally, it takes a whole lot more skill to race in F1. That's my
I
own
was
honest
just
opinion.
making sure you weren't so biased that you can't even answer questions. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, okay, fair. Mason, you got a question for Leroy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I've really dove into NASCAR for the first time last year. I watched it every Sunday, and I love it. I love NASCAR. And Leroy, to me, it felt like that was Denny Hamlin's year. Why wasn't it, and why was the format so bad last year, and why is the change to it this year so much better?
Great question.
Okay. Really good question, honestly. So currently, or actually not anymore, the playoff system, terrible. Because you could do well all year, and you get to, like, say, the round of 8. You have a couple bad races, and guess what? Sorry, you're eliminated. Thanks for winning 10 races in a year, 2018 Kevin Harvick. You don't win shit now. All you get is a participation trophy. But what we're going to now is back to what we used to have before the playoffs, the chase, where you have to consistently be good every single weekend. And those DNFs, they add up. Those 10th and back finishes, they add up. So that's why people who like Joey Logano really, really had a lot of success in the playoffs, because he was just in the right moment at the right time to continue on to, like, the Final Four and just magically win. And me personally, I don't like the playoffs. I like it better when consistency is, what, even in last year, if the playoffs wasn't a thing last year, Kyle Larson would have still won a championship based off of consistency alone. So
Yeah. What,
Well-
don't you think it was Denny's year last year? I mean, I don't know if you're a Denny fan, but
I can't say I care too much for him, but when the lights were shining the brightest, he didn't win.
yeah, you're right.
He finished behind Kyle Larson.
Let me
by the rules of the playoffs. That's it. Sucks to suck, I guess.
I got a Denny hater in there.
So, I know you're, just from knowing you for the last 10 to 15 years, I know you're a Chevy guy.
Oh yeah.
And I've noticed that Chevy's won the Daytona 500 3 years in a row. Dale Sr. won driving a Chevy as a junior. What kind of, do you think because I could be wrong on this, but, like, doesn't Toyota kind of dominate for the most part throughout the season? And then, like, what do you think gives Chevy the edge at a track like Daytona, or if there's any correlation to that at all, or if it has everything to do with the drivers?
With the current car, I wouldn't say it's more of a manufacturer thing. I'd say it's more of like a team-based thing, where the current car we have now was built upon everyone being equal. But the car is so old now. Your top-tier teams have figured everything out. Your Hendrick Motorsports, your Penske, your Joe Gibbs, even Trackhouse. Richard Childress Racing over the years has gone downhill since Kevin Harvick left. Richard Childress has gone way downhill. They're not up to snuff with your other guys, but 4 to 5 major teams, they have it all figured out now.
That makes a lot of sense. So, okay, so who would you say your GOAT is of NASCAR?
I'm saying Big Dale, big number 3.
Okay.
Big Dale.
And then
3.
where does Richard Petty stack up in all this? When I look back, I see that he's won the Daytona 500 7 times.
Oh yeah.
To me, which I got a question for you later, all this stuff, but to me, Daytona 500 is like the pinnacle of NASCAR. I don't even know if that's true. That might just be what I've made up in my brain, but I'll ask you about that later. But, like, does that hold any weight as far as, like, Petty being in the GOAT conversation, or, like, what separates Dale Sr. from someone like Richard?
Let's see. Well, you got to think about the different eras that they drove in. Richard Petty, I'm not discrediting him any way, shape, or form. That man won 200 races in a time where they raced literally every single day. Like, they were racing on Tuesday afternoons at 1 o'clock on a random racetrack in North Carolina. So you have that.
You can bring that
Dale's
back.
driving, though, it separates him. He was the intimidator. You saw him in your rearview mirror. you got the hell out of the way, or he moved you out of the way.
I love that.
That's awesome. That's what I wanted to hear. And
That's
looking back
awesome.
too, I wrote down the last 10 winners, and I noticed something about this. So last 10 winners of the Daytona 500: Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron.
Yeah.
I noticed that Denny Hamlin's name comes up on here 3 times. To me, that seems like a big deal to have won the Daytona 500 3 times. Does Denny Hamlin ever get any kind of press as far as like being one of the greatest of all time, or is that a definite yes, or is that an absolutely not? Where does he stack up all time?
Well, he's been in the series for a
Nothing like
long
that.
time now, and I mean, winning that race is you either luck into it or you're just that daggum good. And I would say he's good enough to where he's won that. He just never can
He
finish
was
it
great.
all and win the championship. That's his biggest problem. All these things every year happen to where he can't win. He gets eliminated by like the wall ride from Ross Chastain and Martinsville years ago, where he just rode the ring of the track and just passed him on the last lap.
You know,
Just things like that always happen to him.
I remember that. That made its way up to my radar somehow. I remember when that happened. And
Yeah.
Mason, you have another question for Leroy?
Yeah, just kind of want to know who wins this weekend at Daytona and why is it Christopher Bell?
Okay. Christopher Bell. Well, if the Toyotas from Joe Gibbs can link together early in the race and stay together,
Yep,
there's a very good chance that'll happen. Or it could be like the last 2 years where William
we go.
Byron just somehow gets through a big wreck and wins for 3 in a row, possibly.
Yeah, he's fast. I mean, Byron's fast.
So,
Oh yeah.
has 3 in a row ever happened? Because I'm
No.
looking, Richard Petty was 64, 66, 71, 73, 74, 79, 81. And also shocked me, Dale Sr., how many times he went at Daytona? 1 time? Or did he win more than that?
He won 1 Daytona 500
just
in
one.
1998. That's it, just one.
Just a few months before I existed. And then Dale Jr. won 1 time. And I noticed that they were both driving a Chevy Monte Carlo. Shout out to the bow tie.
Yeah. I think Dale Jr. won twice.
So, did he really? He may have. I know he won 04.
Yeah, I think it was,
that was the one that...
I think it was 2014.
Gotcha. Oh, I think that's probably right, because the reason I only wrote down those 2 years because I thought that, they're both driving the same car. But I got another question for you, Leroy. Obviously I said I've known you for 10 to 15. Well, I've known you pretty much my whole life, but we became close about 10 to 15 years ago. I know you've been to the Southern 500 many times.
Oh yeah.
Probably a regular goer. You go every year. I know you've been to a bunch of other ones. I know you've been to Daytona 500. So give us real quick which races you've been to live, and I want to know where the Daytona 500 ranks for you personally, and then what kind of separates it from the other ones. Why is it so famous? And also, why do you hate Joe Gibbs so much? It's like 5-part question, but you can take that and run however you want.
Okay. So, I've been going to Darlington Raceway for the past, I'd say 25 years. I've never sat in the stands. I've always been in the infield. Always. Right in turn 3.
Only way to do
Between turns 3 and 4. I went to Daytona in 2011.
somewhere
I've
in
been
there.
to Charlotte a bunch. I've been to Rockingham. Rockingham's not even on the series no more.
Rock.
Yeah, the Rock. Good racetrack. It's shaped like a weird bowl, but it's still a good track. And I hate Joe Gibbs purely based on he was the coach of the Redskins, and I hate the Redskins. And yes, I'm still calling them the Redskins. I don't care if you call them the Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. They're still the fucking Redskins to me.
Okay, so the hatred towards Joe Gibbs has nothing to do with NASCAR.
No, I also don't like Toyota.
Okay.
There it is. Okay.
I knew there was some. So would you say that the Daytona 500 is like the GOAT of races, or what would you say is your favorite one? And then again, like what separates the Daytona 500 from the others? Like what makes it so famous?
As far as like the GOATs of like all racing or just NASCAR in general?
Just like of the races that you see annually, like which races are the best? Like what's your
Well, obviously my favorite race is the Southern 500. That's a hometown classic.
fair?
But the Daytona 500,
Yeah, I get that.
it's a special race. Some people will win multiple championships and never win a Daytona 500, and that's their biggest regret. They would trade 3 championships for 1 Daytona 500. If that puts it into perspective, how
So it's I'd compare it to like the Masters in golf. Like people would
oh yeah,
trade all of their travelers insurance up for a green jacket.
yeah, 100%.
So I had something I was gonna add. Mason, do you have anything for him right now? Anything else you want to add? Or?
I love talking about NASCAR, especially getting into it and going. I went to Darlington last year, and it's a sporting scenery that you just don't understand until you go. It is so fun, and it's nothing. I mean, you don't talk to the person you're sitting beside until there's a wreck and we go to a caution or the race is over. And it is a blast. I can't wait to go back. If you had to pick the winner of this season with the new format, who is it, and why is it Kyle Larson?
To me, it's not Kyle Larson. It's William Byron.
Teammates.
Me personally, I like William Byron a lot more than I like Kyle Larson. Personally,
Blasphemy.
If William Byron goes and wins 3 in a row at the Daytona 500, I will sport a mustache on the next show, just like you got right there. Mine won't be as glorious, but that's a promise that I'll make. And also, I saw some well, I'm not even gonna act like I saw this. You told me this on the phone right before we started this, but you said there's been a change to the NASCAR schedule. You didn't give me any details on that. Do you like to elaborate? It was a couple weeks ago, maybe.
yeah. Oh yeah. The Charlotte Roval was no longer a thing. So there's a road course within the
Thank the
Charlotte Motor
Lord,
Speedway.
America wins.
And for one thing, I hate the Roval. I don't like it. Get it out of here. Trash.
Yes.
Don't turn my oval track into a
all
road
road
course
courses,
for
man,
a
are so
gimmick.
boring.
Don't like it. The only problem is in the playoffs now, there is no road course at all. Where in the previous years we had at least one road course in there, sometimes 2, but mainly 1. It's all gone now. So now it's just straight ovals.
You're telling me the SVG is cooked?
Oh, he's 100% cooked.
So we're talking about the classic going real fast and real left for the entirety of the season.
No, there's still 4 road courses on the season. It's just in the chase now. There is no There is no road course because Charlotte is now an oval.
How do you feel? But do you feel like there should be a?
I feel like there should be
a road course in the chase, or do you like the fact that everything's?
No, I think there should be at least one road course in the chase. There's a lot of guys who are awful at road courses.
Well, what?
And let's say there's a lot of guys who are awful at road courses.
Like Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, and Denny Hamlin, and Joe Logano, but. I feel like you need at least one in there just to separate the guys who are who deserve a championship from guys who are oh, I just got lucky on this particular day at an oval. No, you need one road course there to prove that you earned that championship and not just because you got lucky at an oval.
So would you say it requires a little bit more skill and strategy to be able to be successful on a road course than it does in the oval? And then also I didn't even know this was a thing. That's how little I know about NASCAR. I didn't know the road course was even a legitimate event. And how long have they been doing this? Was Dale Sr. shredding it through a road course back in the day, or and was he good at it? Was Sr. was he able to win on the road course? And I mean, we all know that he was able to win in the oval.
Dale Sr. he did win a few races on a road course at Riverside and at Watkins Glen, formerly known as the Bud at the Glen. But as far as skill,
Bud at the Glen.
If you're SVG, you just automatically win those nowadays because no one else is as good as him as they are on a road course.
Yeah, he gets the pole and just runs away from.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's the guy that won all of them last year. I remember that. I was like, one guy. Did he win on an oval last year, or was he just a road course warrior?
Just a road course guy.
Dang, that's pretty unreal. So,
Merchant.
LEEROY, you got anything you want to add? Anything you want to kind of drop on us? Some fun facts about NASCAR, or something that you think we need to be looking for during the Daytona 500? Or are you ready to transition into a few other questions that don't involve NASCAR?
Oh, I'm ready for some other questions that don't involve NASCAR. Mason looks like he has something to ask me.
Oh, gosh, I'll go second.
Okay. For those that don't know LEEROY, he is a huge LSU Tiger fan. LEEROY, I know you're opening the season up next year against the Clemson Tigers. Is there a chance in hell that you beat us.
Absolutely.
That was a joke, by the way.
You probably did.
Obviously, you pick up Lane Kiffin. We're terrified, by the way. I don't want you to send that in to Lane Kiffin and provide him any more bulletin board material than he already has. But, you add Lane Kiffin, he hits the portal hard. Like, you guys are obviously, you got to think that y'all are going to be a little bit better this coming year than you were last year. Is that safe to assume? Is that kind of the vibe from the whole fan base there?
I mean, probably, yeah. Me personally, I'm not sold wholly on the lane train. I want to see something before I'm like 100% that's my guy.
Fair. Mason, you got a question for him?
Yeah. So, I've been on Twitter, and there's a lot of people saying that this Indiana team is better than 2019 Joe Burrow-led LSU. Is that true?
That is, without being mean to anyone else, 100% false. That 2019 LSU team would hang 65 on Indiana.
I don't totally disagree with that.
I don't know if anybody's saying that. I'm sure there are, but
I've seen the comparisons. Okay, so LEEROY, obviously, you're also a Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah.
Would you say you're probably a bigger LSU fan than a Cowboys fan? So you'd rather see LSU. This is me guessing. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd probably rather see LSU win the Natty than Dallas win the Super Bowl. How many Super Bowls would it take for Dallas to win in a row to where you would take that over one LSU Natty?
Well, in my lifetime of watching sports, I've seen LSU win 2 national championships. So I would love to see a Cowboys
That's a good point that I did
Super
not.
Bowl. As a fan of mostly mediocre teams, I want to see my teams do well.
Me too, brother.
LEEROY, you been watching any NBA?
I'm a Hornets fan, dog. I'm miserable.
They've been scrapping lately.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. Well, they're playing better, man. You got into a big brawl last night. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it. I did see it. And it was 6 players got ejected and put an end to that little winning streak, that hot streak they were on in 2026. But we'll get into some NBA later. LEEROY, anything you want to add or anything we should be looking for when we're watching the Daytona 500? We appreciate you coming on the show, and I think we powered through that delay very well.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Can I sign LEEROY off?
Oh, yeah, go for it, brother.
LEEROY.
By the way,
listen.
The Daytona 500, look out for Ryan Priest to come through and score his first win.
Ryan Priest.
I'll write that down. Might be in Mason's money moves later on in the show.
I doubt it. All right. LEEROY, it's not racing season. Daytona doesn't kick off until we get the drivers start your engines. May you please sign yourself off by giving us and our viewers the best drivers start your engines that you can get to kick off the 2026 NASCAR season.
Okay. Driver, start your engine.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go racing, boys. Thank you, LEEROY.
Thanks, LEEROY. We appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
I thought he lost his hat. Thank you, LEEROY. There you go. Mayor of Flat Creek, king of the Shoey, LEEROY Watermelon.
Wow.
I hope that he can get that little bit of delay figured out because that was awesome. He'll come back on. Great. I've already slotted in for week 1, the Wednesday before Clemson plays LSU. I want to get his tape.
Yeah, Talladega's be in April. We'll be needing things to talk about.
We'll get some more of LEEROY coming up, but man, that was hilarious, and I think we powered through that little delay we were dealing with pretty good. I mean,
yeah, y'all get great service out there in the woods.
Yeah, like I said, mayor of Flat Creek. If you don't know where Flat Creek is, good luck looking it up if you won't find it.
Yeah.
So let's kind of shift into what we do every week, and we do a top 5 segment where we go through and rank our top 5 of whatever the category might be for the week. But this week we're going to do, because we just had a Super Bowl right around the corner. Well, obviously Sunday's Daytona 500, and right around the corner you got March Madness, the Masters. A little bit later in that, you move into the World Series, NBA Finals, all that stuff. So we were kind of talking about, like, these are iconic sporting events in the United States. So we've decided to come up with our personal preference, top 5 sporting events in the United States. And Mason, do you want to start or you want me to start? But I think we figured out now it's best to go 5-1.
Yeah, you can kick us off here.
All right. Number 5 for me is, and it took a lot of thought. There was a few I went in limbo with, but number 5 for me is March Madness as a whole. I don't know where you'll have it. I don't know if you'll even have it in your top 5. I know some people are very passionate about college hoops. There's guys that are like, "This has gotta be number 1. It's the greatest sporting event in the world." But,
Yeah.
if you'd asked me this in 7th grade, 8th grade, I probably would have agreed that it's up there, but, like, it's starting to lose it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised in 2 or 3 years if it falls completely off of my list. Like, it's just not what it was, but I still do enjoy it, but
Yeah.
I'm putting it at 5.
Yeah. At my 5, and I think this is just because I'm just a fan. And at my 5, I do look forward to the Daytona 500. 2 years ago, I watched my first, might have been 3 years ago, I watched my first Daytona 500, and I didn't know nothing about racing. It was just nothing on this Sunday. I was doing my homework, and it was on, and I watched every freaking lap. And then last year, every lap, and this year, I'm so pumped. I mean, there's nothing better than the drivers start your engines, firing up, first time in NASCAR. It's the best.
Did, that legendary Kevin James clip, was that at the Daytona 500 or is that something else, like Talladega or something?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah,
I've seen that, that's
I
awesome, and
believe
this
it.
is gonna be
Yeah,
this will be the first year that I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm excited because I know I've known you your whole life, obviously.
yeah,
You've never been a
yeah.
NASCAR guy, and you jumped into it, and, like, I can tell that, like, you do love it. Like,
You
you
get
know what you're talking
stuck.
about
You
now?
get addicted.
So I'm kind of excited to have my first ever NASCAR experience and I'm
Yep,
hoping that I hope that it wraps me right in, but couldn't think of a better place to start than Daytona, baby. But all
that's
right,
right.
we'll go into number 4. I have it, and I think I did the same thing you did with NASCAR with baseball. I jumped into it opening day last year, and man, I fell in love with the Tampa Bay Rays. I loved everything about just how it felt. Like I've always just kind of been a football guy, but football season, like I said, we got 210 days until football season starts back. Like, what am I going to do with my time? And there's
Yeah,
nothing better than just baseball on every day. There's no break. So at 4, I'm going to slot the World Series because, for one, it was absolutely epic last year with the Dodgers Blue Jays going to Game 7, the storylines it took to get there. Legends were made. I love the World Series, and I also love baseball. And opening day is about a month away, or a month and a few weeks away.
yeah.
But what's your number 4?
My number 4 is probably just because I won $100 off of it last year, and I actually really look forward. Well, I don't look forward to it, but when it comes on, somehow it's that day, and it's the Kentucky Derby. And if you
Okay.
put $10 on journalism like last year, like I did, picked a random horse, and journalism wins.
Fan for life.
I mean, I was a happy man the day of the Kentucky Derby, and to me, I would like to go to the Kentucky Derby. It's just like a day long of just horse racing. The last one's obviously like the main card or whatever, and I just won't ever miss it again after last year.
Dress like an asshole, go to or what is it?
Yeah, just like
What's
something
the place they
not.
race at? I'm blanking. Something Downs.
Denver, no, I don't know.
I don't
Not
know.
that big of a fan.
Horses are beautiful, beautiful animal. Jockeys are real
They run
small.
around the thing. I don't know. It's in Kentucky. I got that part.
I don't like. I've heard some stories about horse goes down, tears the knee up. I don't love the stories what they do to
Gotta shoot it.
horses. You know,
Like Seabiscuit, man.
Biscuit was a good movie. I didn't know that was a real horse until about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it actually takes place during the Great Depression. Number
I
3.
do love the Kentucky Derby though. You wait all day for about 42 seconds of action.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Bam. Anyway, go into my number 3, which is the Super Bowl. I don't think that's ever moved for me my whole life. Like my top 3 has probably been my top 3. It's for me personally. Like obviously, Super Bowl is probably the mecca of American sports. It's like the pinnacle. That's like the most money
Yeah.
gets invested, the most people tune in. But I honestly get a little. I mean, I love the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's number 3 for me out of all the things. But I'm getting to where the AFC and NFC championship games are almost feeling like I'm more excited for those than the Super Bowl. But I'll keep Super Bowl at 3 for now.
Yeah. My 3, I got March Madness in my 3, but like only the round of 64 and 32.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I lose it after that. Like, I don't really care anymore unless like Clemson's playing.
I
But
agree.
those first 4 days of March Madness, I mean, you're in middle. I remember in high school, you're in the middle of school,
Yep.
and somehow you get lucky and you got the cool teacher who throws on this,
Yep.
this random basketball game between, it's like a possible upset. And
Well,
you throw it on.
great point to bring up because I watched Drake beat Duke in art class my junior year of high school. Shout out Miss Peters because she had it on.
Hey, Diane.
So Miss Peters hooked us up and let us watch Drake beat Duke. Cam, if
That's
you're
cool
listening to
lady.
this, sorry that I brought.
Yes, but I enjoy March Madness.
All right, I like that. We both have March Madness in our top 5. That's the only common thing that we've had so far. I love that. That just shows you how many fantastic American sporting events there are.
Yeah.
My number 2 is a tradition unlike any other, the Masters. I love the Masters. I think it's the most unique at everything. Like Daytona 500 is pretty unique, but like all of NASCAR kind of has that similar vibe.
Yeah.
But the Masters just stands out on itself alone. I grew up in the era when Tiger Woods was dominating it, and then I got to have it come full circle in 2019 when he won the Masters again. I just look forward to it every year. That's probably one of the few times where like I am pretty glued to my TV all 4 days, and I don't really watch many other golf tournaments other than like late on Sunday, even the other majors. Like the Masters really moves the needle for me.
Yeah, I got the Masters as my number 2 also. Masters is, I don't watch much golf at all. Like, and this shows you why I put it above Daytona 500, is I watch all the other NASCAR races. The Masters, I'm glued for this event. I might watch one more, but I'm always on there for this one. And yeah, it's just, it's the coolest thing, and everybody loves it, even non-golfers. So
That's the thing. Like that's probably the one time all year where some people, that's the only time they watch golf all year is the Masters.
yeah.
And I just think like golf just kind of, it's such a tough game, and like these guys go through so much in their careers, like to crest that pinnacle and get a green jacket. Like it just feels so like it's like you overcoming something that I don't know. I love it. And number 1, I don't know if where you're going with number 1. Can I try to guess your number 1 before I give mine?
Yes.
Is yours the NBA Finals?
No.
Okay. Is it the college?
Only the heater there, then it's my favorite.
So my number 1 is the college football national championship game. My whole life, that's just like, I mean, obviously Clemson football is my number 1 as far as like all of the sports that I'm interested in. And like, I've always grow up playing the PlayStation 2 Dynasty mode. Like all you're trying to do is win all your games so you can play in the national championship game. Like, and then getting the experience Clemson winning 2 and playing in, getting close and playing in some others, playing in 4 and then being in playoffs, being close. Like it just, that to me is just like the pinnacle of, if I could wish for one thing, it would be Clemson playing another national championship game. I thought that was amazing. Like, I don't think I've ever missed one. I watch them all. This year's was great. Like, I just love that event, and that is my favorite American sporting event, is the college football national championship game.
Fair. To me, that I don't look forward to that anymore with the way college sports is. I mean, this year with Indiana, and I was like, I did not care.
I get that completely. But for some reason, to me, that game still, every time I turn that game on, it still feels like it's 2005 again, and Vince Young's going to run in the corner of the end zone and beat USC. Like, it's still got that feel to me, and that's why I just love it.
Yeah, I understand. My number 1, and I just went Super Bowl. I mean, that's America's game.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife watched it. She doesn't. Well, she fell asleep, but
she tried.
I told her the next day, I said, I can't blame you, really.
True.
But I mean, it's the Super Bowl. Everybody gets together. They need to move it off of Sunday night so we can have a little more fun. But it's the Super Bowl, and next year when the Dolphins are playing, it'll be even better.
The Monday after should be a national holiday.
Next year, guys, I just saw this, and I don't. If you work for like the federal government or like state governments, the day after the Super Bowl next year is President's Day. Could be big news for people out there like me. So,
well, that's huge news. I didn't know that. That's that would make.
It's also on Valentine's Day. So go ahead and work that out with your significant other.
Where's the Super Bowl
right
next
now?
Year? Is Super Bowl in LA next year?
It's either LA or Vegas. I think it's LA.
All right, I'm back. That took me 41 seconds. Take a piss. Don't do drugs, by the way. That was the shirt I decided to go with for this episode. Don't know why.
Don't do drugs.
Like Eminem, he's just telling you to not do
Don't
drugs.
do drugs.
Great advice.
Which we endorse.
Yeah, no drugs around here.
Not drugs. We endorse not doing drugs.
Right. We endorse drugs on this show.
No.
Like Red Ribbon Week every day that we come on the 8 Eyes No Lies podcast. Do you remember Red Ribbon Week?
Oh yeah, we still do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should. So we just finished our top 5 segment. And I love that this episode's been a little chaotic because Leroy wouldn't want it any other way.
That's right.
That's just
Yeah.
how it, you know,
It's all good.
and just wreaks havoc. And we're going on 1 minute and 7 seconds, but I'm thinking we're probably cutting freaking 15 minutes of this already. So we're in good shape here, and we're gonna dive into, I mean, really the reason all you guys tune in. Look, we got a lot of people coming at me. They're not coming at Mason directly. They don't have the balls coming to me. Oh, Mason's not undefeated. He missed a couple last week. That's not the point. The guy doesn't miss.
It's not the truth.
Like, quit making up fake news. This guy does not miss. He went perfect in the Super Bowl. It started with heads. Well, it actually didn't.
But a big one, man.
Started with Charlie Puth, really. Got that to hit,
Yeah.
then hit heads. He talked to the coin. He told you to take Seattle money line. And then obviously he told you, if you listen to what he said that the last 4 bets or 5 bets of those 7 were for fun at your own risk, just to have something to watch. Those were not his locks.
Man.
His locks were 2-0, and that's becoming a trend. 0 in the L column. But Mason, we're moving out of football. I'm sad, but what can we bet on still? And
These were tough to do. But I do want to say, guys, when I said I talked to the coin, y'all, the coin can only talk with its head, not its tail. And I just was confused on why so many people were texting me like, did you take heads? You won. Did you take heads? I'm like, duh, I didn't even watch it. He told me.
And then, like we talked about last week too with Nick, like this is a science show. So apparently the people that watch this aren't cerebral enough. That's a good word. Look it up. They're not cerebral enough to realize that you can talk to the coin because it has a head and a mouth and eyes, and its name is George.
We've hit that one. We've hit that one since Brady and Tampa. So next year, if you want the coin toss bet, I'll let you know. All right, this week, boy. I mean, I had to dig because they're not putting the lines up. Like NBA, I couldn't find the lines for Thursday. But I do have one that really jumped out at me, and this is going to hit really close to home to my co-host here. Tomorrow night, I have the College of Charleston Cougars hosting Hofstra.
Cougs.
Charleston is a -1.5 favorite at home. Book them, they're going to win by 7. They're going to win by 7 against Hofstra tomorrow at home. Place is going to be rocking.
TD, baby.
Thursday night game in TD Arena. Give me the Cougars by 7.
So I love that. And I just got off the phone with, shout out DJ Jambox, a.k.a. Christian, a.k.a. Sheen. He was at the game last night, or maybe 2 nights ago, when we played UNC Wilmington. And we were tied for first in the CAA. We've been on a little bit of a heater lately. Looking like we're kind of getting ourselves back in position to make the tournament, maybe, if we win the CAA. And that's something that I didn't really expect after our bad start early. But we lost to Wilmington. And, I don't even think we're tied for first anymore. I think that dropped us down to second. But right where we want them. Got them right where we want them.
Where you want them. Yeah, for sure. And I hope they're going to do it tomorrow. So,
I love the bounce.
Next, we have an NBA game on Amazon Prime late tomorrow night. 10 o'clock game. We got the Mavericks at Los Angeles Lakers. Give me Dallas plus 6.5. I'm tempted to take a money line, but we're just going to stick at 6.5.
Mavs in the point, 6.5.
Not really much of an explanation there. If you want to throw in that over,
is that where did you say it was? In LA or in Dallas?
Yeah, it's in LA. People are doubting the Mavericks because they just traded everybody. But
has Luka played against Dallas in Dallas yet?
He has not. I don't believe.
That'll be interesting.
I think he might have. I think he might have. I think he did actually.
I wonder how it was. I hate that I don't watch the NBA. I mean, I try to. I wonder
time now because there's nothing else to watch.
It's on now. And I'm wearing this hat tonight because pitchers and catchers report to Port Charlotte Sports Complex tomorrow.
Really?
Yep. So.
Well, that's miserable. And my last bet. Yeah, I said tease the Christopher Bell thing earlier. That was just to throw everybody off. I do think he has a solid chance of winning. I have for the Daytona 500 none other than William Byron, top 3. You could take top 3 bets. I don't want to say he's going to win. I think he's going to be in position to make history on the last few laps. And he could win, but I think he will be very, very close to the front on Sunday. I hope he's draw him this week. William Byron.
I'm gonna take it, and that gives me somebody who I can watch and pull for. I don't know if I want to be a William Byron fan. I do like how
No, you'll like Byron.
I like how y'all talk about Larson though. I think he's someone that I could probably pull for.
That's my guy. Well, him and Byron and Larson are teammates.
So I'm gonna pull for Byron to win this thing, and that's gonna be what I invest my Sunday into, especially calling for rain down here in Bluffton. So that'll give me something.
Oh boy. Hey, that's close to Daytona, kind of. Is it gonna rain Sunday in Daytona? I know last year they had to start a couple hours late, and it took Daytona 500 into the night, and
he ain't got windshield wipers.
School.
They don't have windshield.
The track gets wet. That's what they're worried about.
Okay. Well, I hear you there.
I'll drive one. Yeah, I don't see the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Well, when I had my old Mazda, I slid off the road one time when it was wet, and I wasn't paying any attention. But all right, so there you go. You got Cougs beating Hofstra by 2 points or more. Mavs plus 6.5 in LA, and William Byron going for the three-peat, top 3 at least. If you want to make money, pay attention and take these bets. They're locks, and let's move into.
Guys are gonna lock in here a little while.
Let's move into the NBA. There's been a lot of fighting going on, and
yeah, literally.
I just think it sets a terrible example for. I already think that this next era of basketball players are cooked as far as like we're gonna jack it from half court and showboat and like not play team basketball. That's what it seems like it's trending to. And then you got these guys fighting and getting thrown out of the game. I think it sets a pretty bad precedent as a slippery slope. But the actual standings are starting to tighten up. I've
just
noticed. And yeah, exactly. It's the young people to look out for. But no, I mean
yeah.
And yeah, that's I like fundamental chess, bounce pass, set the pick, moving on the baseline, play good defense. But no, I mean, tell me kind of what's been developing. I know the Hornets have been hot. Can you kind of elaborate?
Yeah,
we'll start with
they have. Yeah, they have been hot. And when you get this far in the season, things do kind of supposed to. Doesn't really look like it. Start to separate, and teams start to really buy into their seed to the for the NBA tournament. But the East is, other than number 1, the rest of the East for the first couple spots is pretty close. You see got Pistons with a big lead. You got Boston, but the Knicks are now only a half a game behind the Boston Celtics for second. The Knicks have been hot. Brunson has been playing very, very well for the Knicks. So is Anunoby. You got Cleveland only a game behind the Knicks, only a game and a half out of second. And then the Raptors only 2.5 behind second place, and the Raptors are 5th. So that's really, that 2 through 5 is very close in the East. And you got the 76ers, who is 4 games behind second place. That is 1 through 6. Get to the mediocre play-in. The regular 4 is not the regular 4 anymore. You still have Magic, Heat, Hawks, 7, 8, 9, but our Bulls have fallen out of the play-in game, replaced by the Charlotte Hornets.
Let's go.
Right now, play-in game. Only in there by a game, but they are red hot, the Charlotte Hornets, and that is a thing I never thought I'd say.
That it doesn't even sound real, you saying that, but
yeah. Play-in,
I know you've given us the standings every week, and I think we're getting close enough now to where I want to hear who you think's going to get.
Oh gosh,
into the playoffs. Okay, actually, I'll make this a little easier because I want you to tell us where you think Miami's going to finish, and then I want you to tell us who's going to be in that play-in. That when this is all said and done, who do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're locked in the play-in. We aren't.
No way to get out.
I mean, we could get out, but when we're 3 games out of 6. Well, last week I think we were still half a game out of the playoff, out of getting out of play-in. We're a play-in team. We just are until we make changes. So we'll be there, and we'll win. We'll be the 7 or 8 seed. It'll be, to me, Magic, Heat, Hawks for sure. I don't know how long the Hornets.
That was gonna be my next.
With that roster, can keep up what they keep up. I mean, I hate the Hornets, to be honest. They're in our division. I would love to play them in the play-in, but I think the Bulls are way better than what their record is. They got some ballers. So I think the Bulls will end up getting back taking over the Hornets. And I think the Magic and Heat will probably be the 7 and 8 seed when it all comes to tournament time.
Dude, if that ends up being a series, that'll be a pretty gritty. You'll have to grit that one out. The Magic can.
I
They're
don't
tough.
want the Magic. The Magic is good.
That's like
They beat us all 4 times this year.
that's what I thought. I didn't know we played them 4 times, but that I
They
knew
swept us. They
I knew
swept
of 2
us.
games, and I knew that we lost both of those. And
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want
they
to
swept
play the
us.
Magic. I would love to play the Hornets. When's the last time the
yeah,
Hornets made the
gosh, yeah.
playoffs?
I want to say it was purple shirt guy in D Wade. You remember that 2015? I want to say when D Wade shut up the purple shirt guy standing on the court
Oh,
in
dude,
Charlotte.
I remember that.
I want to say that is the last time the Hornets made the playoffs. I
That was
don't
good.
think they've been back since 2015.
They had a pretty good team. They had a pretty good team, and
I mean,
I remember we had 2K15. I think it was actually in your room. Bean,
did.
shout out Bean. He'll come on here and talk about baseball one of these days. But Bean used to wear my ass out with them Hornets when we played 2K.
He hit Kimba from downtown.
He hit Kimba, and I think they had Cody Zeller and Austin Rivers maybe was on that team. Maybe
Michael Kidd Gilchrist, probably.
yeah. So
But yeah, the Hornets. I hope the Hornets don't make it.
I'm still like I just convinced myself that the Heat were gonna get Giannis. I was convinced, and then when that fell through, man, I just like that's
Yeah,
when
I mean, look, I mean,
it almost felt like the season ended right then, not getting Giannis. It was like,
oh, it does, but it does that every year for the Heat, man. We get our hopes up for the star at the trade deadline. We want the star, and then the star either goes to this other team, and the package, like, and well, Giannis, I think, was the one who come out and said he didn't want to be traded yet at the end. But we also had John Morant right there at deadline, and
do you really
Miami
want John?
pitched for him. I mean, I wanted it. I mean, yeah, we need somebody like a star caliber player. I mean, I
Maybe
think he'd
bring
probably go
in
crazy in Miami.
maybe bring in John Morant and a therapist.
Yeah. And like
Keep him under
lock him
wraps.
in the time. But we offered him, and they wanted Kelly Ware in the package, and he said no. That he wouldn't give up Kelly Ware.
To get somebody like,
And they said, it's
but
just
didn't it kind of feel
trade
like
everybody except
that's what, like, doesn't it kind of feel though when you like don't land a superstar this late in the season and like you're pretty mediocre up to this point? It just feels so deflating. It's like,
oh
I
yeah,
thought we were gonna go on a
We-
run,
we have-
and now it just feels like
we
because
have no chance.
you bring in Giannis and let Spo do that thing or Ja, like you immediately become contenders, and now it's like,
Yeah.
or maybe
You're
win
a
a play.
playoff. You're a playoff.
Yeah,
I mean, what we did in 2023 was a fluke. I mean, we got in as the 8 seed with a no-name team, and Max Strus went nuts and got us to the NBA Finals. It's not going to happen this year with we lost to the Jazz 2 nights ago
the booty bud.
at home.
That's-
Yeah,
I saw where don't the Kings have like 12 wins right now?
the Kings are 12-43.
And there was like 7 college football teams that won more games than they have right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Kings were good a couple years ago. But let's get into the West.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have won more games this season than the Sacramento Kings. Tweet that.
I know, the Kings are just 55 games in.
Name one player on the Kings.
It's a bonus.
10
They had De'Aaron Fox. We got traded.
Where's he at now? I don't know.
know.
All right. Give me a little rundown on the West. I saw where LeBron is looking like he's starting to give away or give up on his hair. Looks like.
Oh, yeah. He's also giving up on his basketball game, too. But I do think, to answer the second question, the Celtics probably will come out of the East. Ugh. And they will be in the NBA Finals. They won't win. The winner will be the West this year. Again. In the West, yeah, LeBron is giving up on his hair, but that team is just really, really good right now.
I didn't know that.
They're 5th in the West. The Lakers. The Thunder, still in front of the Spurs, but I believe last week the Spurs were 6 games behind. The Spurs are down to 3.5 games behind the Thunder.
Dang. I didn't know that either.
One of those teams will win the NBA Finals. So come back to episode whatever this is. When the finals are over, the Thunder or the Spurs. And I want to say the Spurs will be the NBA champions this year.
Wow. That's the first time you've picked. I've been waiting on you to kind of give us who you think is going to win. That's the first time you said it, and you said it's going to be the Spurs. So.
Yama he had 40 points in the first quarter last night. I don't know if you saw that.
So
Dude dropped 40
I thought
in
it was
one
the first
quarter.
half. I didn't know it was the first quarter. That is absurd.
No, let me make sure I'm right.
He's on pace.
Victor Wembanyama scored 37 points in the first half. Yeah, you're right. All right. Anyways,
Still,
only scored 40 in the game.
Still, he was
Yeah.
on pace to score. Oh, he scored 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, they took him out. They beat this Lakers by 30.
Dude, I watched some clips of him dunking. It don't even he jumps to dunk and then he ducks.
I know, and I think, and also, I believe things sometimes are just written in the stars, like Indiana's championship. Greg Popovich's health is deteriorating very, very fast.
Win one for the Gipper.
The Spurs franchise coach. It makes too much sense for the Spurs not to win it this year.
No,
and Greg Popovich.
And if it does end up like you said, and it's Celtics Spurs, I mean, I might buy a freaking Tim Duncan.
Great series. I will buy Wembanyama jersey.
Yeah. Get me Emmanuel Ginobili. Manu.
Yeah.
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 He's not.
Have you ever seen? I can't remember. It was like an NBA kind of like Hall of Fame thing. Popovich was getting honored for something. It might have been a Spurs Ring of Honor thing, and they were talking about Popovich was telling Tim Duncan, he's like, "You're gonna love this guy we just drafted," and he said that Stern or whoever the commish was at the time walked up there, and he was like, with the 12th pick in the in 2001 or 2007. Well, I don't know. It was early 2000s. The Spurs select Emmanuel Ginobili, and it was actually Manu Ginobili, and Duncan was like, "Who the this guy? We draft this guy?" Because you remember what he looked like and all that stuff. I love that story.
Yeah.
Popovich was such a
freak. Popovich was, man. I saw a video of him the other day. He's getting help. Getting help to walk right now. And
he's a big dude too.
He is, man. He's a great coach.
Hope he recovers.
Spurs Celtics.
And he coached up until what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Well, he got diagnosed with.
I remember that kind of.
I can't remember what he got, and it might be Parkinson's or something like that, and it just gets at your bones. So,
jeez,
it's going downhill fast.
I hate that for him. He's a legend, and
he's a legend.
We'll get one more for him though. Let's go Spurs. I'd love to see them win it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I would love for the Spurs to come out and win it.
Yeah, I don't want OKC to win it again. I definitely don't want LeBron to get another one.
I don't like OKC. That's a guy you can't forget about the Nuggets because of Jokic and the Warriors being the 8th seed. They still got dogs. I mean, they're having a rough regular season, but there's no way they don't come out of the play-in and make noise. I mean, they still have Steph Curry. And the Rockets are 3. They're good too. But to me, it's going to be Spurs Thunder Western Conference Finals. I've said that since episode 1 of this podcast. It's going to be Thunder Spurs Western Conference Finals. There's no way around it. And I cannot wait for that series.
I was going to say that's going to be a good one. Was that?
Yeah.
Was that it? What was it last year? Who did the Thunder beat?
No, last year was Thunder Nuggets, I believe.
That's right.
I think. I can't
last year, are the Thunder worse than they were last? Because last year I watched pretty much the entirety of the playoffs, and they looked untouchable. The whole time I was like, these guys are going to win the championship. That's what it felt like.
Last year, last few games, they've been very unhealthy. SGA's been hurt. Chet didn't play a few games. That's why it the Thunder are they're 41-13. The Thunder are really good. By the way, the Pistons are also 39-13.
Nobody's talking about the Pistons, really. I guess people don't believe it or something.
But by the way, today is the last game before our much-needed All-Star break. So we'll take a break until Tuesday or so.
I'll probably tune in. I mean, I think the All-Star game's got to be better than what we're working with, the Pro Bowl and stuff like that.
3-point contest, at least, and the dunk contest.
Damian Lillard's doing the 3-point contest.
On a crutch. Let's go.
Is he doing it on a crutch? It'll be interesting to see if he can get all the shots off in time.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Because he tore his Achilles.
That'd be awesome for the Yeah, something like that.
How long ago did he do that? Because there's no way he's going to be able to. That Achilles surgery and recovery is pretty intense and serious. There's no way he'll be able to.
That was last season, sometime. Into last season, I think. But I don't know.
I'll watch it. I don't like the skills channel. That stuff's so boring. I could go to my driveway and put some traffic cones up and go do that.
The All-Star game will be Sunday, and we'll be occupied with Daytona.
Well, is the All-Star game late?
Yeah. Daytona lasts forever, though.
Savannah's going to hate me on Sunday.
Marina hates racing.
We got
She just-
NASCAR and the NBA.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you'll be able to watch the NBA finals, but you'll miss like the other thing. I guess the dunk contest will be Saturday night though.
Yeah, I
but
feel
no
like
one
they're-
watches the dunk.
At what point did you run out of ways to dunk a basketball? Like it seeming like
I know who was in it.
yeah, look that up.
Let's see here. Matt McClung, you gotta watch it.
He was pretty electric. And like represent.
He's
Matt.
not doing it this year.
Come on, you're our only hope.
Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Kashad Johnson, and Jace Richardson. I don't know those players, and I watch the NBA, except Jackson Hayes, but I watch the NBA every night, and I don't know those players.
I wonder, yeah, the dunk contest is almost becoming a way for like G leaguers or like people that are like the sixth man on their team to like kind of make a name for themselves. It used to just be like, let's watch Vince Carter put the cookies in the cookie jar.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I will be watching obviously the 3-point contest because you have Miami Heat Norman Powell
I was gonna ask.
representing us.
Nice.
So last year we're the Heat are the reigning champs. Tyler Hero's last year's NBA 3-point champion. So we got a title to defend with Norman Powell, and he's just a freak. So
Can he not do it again? Can he not defend? Is that a rule where?
he's hurt, but I don't think that asked me anyways. He never plays.
Of course he's hurt.
It's time to.
Well, we're not making any kind of acquisitions, trying to get any kind of free agents in here or anything. So see how that goes.
Nope.
So you got anything to add as far as the NBA goes? Anything that we should be watching for this coming week, or are you ready to kind of move into the last little bit of what we're going to talk about? Because we're over an hour and a half right now. Obviously, we'll kind of trim it down a little bit. But
Yeah, I think no, we're going right now. It's quiet. It'll come next week. The teams will start magically. No one gets hurt anymore, and no one's like wanting to sit out games. So
is
It'll
this
get good.
about the time of year when people start to want to sit?
well, yeah, people sitting until now. Now is when all right, we need a position. It matters.
Oh, that's a good point. I was thinking maybe try to keep them fresh for the playoffs, but if you got to get the
If
seeding,
you're your bubble team, yeah, it's time
the
to play,
seeding,
yeah.
seeding matters big time. All right, well, we'll keep you up. Eventually, the NBA. So next week we'll bring on a special guest, and the NBA will headline the show, and we'll really dive into All-Star Weekend, and like we'll set the stage of what's coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. Basketball and then baseball start, but basketball really all the way through the finals is going to be what we're going to be following, and
Yeah.
I'm up for it. I'm ready for. I'm already starting to see
Yeah.
more NBA games come on TV, so I'm looking forward to that.
Let's go Heat.
Go Heat, baby! I'm trying my best to become a fan, and it's growing on me.
I
But
wouldn't next year. Wait till we get Giannis in the summer, then do it.
here he goes again. Here he goes again.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know. Here we go.
as long as you believe.
Yeah,
all right.
He'll get
So-
traded in the summer. Not to the Heat. He'll get traded.
Imagine if land Dame was that last year or a year before. You get Dame
2
and
years ago.
Giannis, we'd be a dynasty.
I wouldn't be doing this show right now. I'd be at the game. I'd be rich from betting.
Your phone number would start with 305. All right, so the weather is slowly starting to warm up. Tell us, Coach, how them balls looking out there? You know, we had the first day. Was it on Thursday?
Oh my well, look, we got to send 14 kids packing tomorrow.
Big decisions coming.
It sucks. Really, we know me and my assistant, Coach Usher, who's just a
So-
baller.
Shout out Coach Usher. So we have a roster.
Well, I can't give it out. I mean,
Yep. I
basically tomorrow at tryouts is about, I say 9 guys playing for about 3 spots
Ooh.
tomorrow, and they don't know that.
So you've got 12 pretty much locked in.
Yeah, I would say 12, 10. That definitely.
So
I
do
got
we
some
have
good kids.
do we have a date for the first match?
Yeah, we do. We're still waiting on the schedule to be printed on the official sheet, but someone is not doing that for me. March 9th, we're playing the North Central Knights
March 9th.
as our
Season
first
op-
match.
I'm looking
Season
forward.
opener, and we're doing a cool thing where we're presenting Kershaw Golf Course with this plaque on March 9th for thanking them for allowing us to play for free, because not
There we
every
go,
course does
boys.
that.
That's what I'm talking. Get
Yeah,
back.
and me and Coach Louder got together, and it's gonna be
I'll
good
tell you
stuff.
this. So we talk about Lambeau Field, Death Valley and LSU, I don't know that any place gives you a home field advantage quite like the Kershaw Country Club, specifically that front
No, it
nine.
does.
You're coming here, you're an out of town team, you got to go. I mean, hole one right there, you got a ditch right down the right side, the green built up, you can
Oh,
score
yeah.
one into Foxwood. Like, you got to know what you're doing around that place. And I'm glad that the Vols get to take advantage of that home field.
For our sake, and for our region, there's a ditch right in front of the tee box that matters too.
Right. Got to force carry right off the bat.
30-yard carry.
I mean, you got to get it. But I'm excited to follow along, and I think it's going to be a good year for the Vols. And
I hope so.
you had to keep us
They
updated.
trying. Good kids.
Good kids. It's not about the wins and losses. It's about the wins. So we're going to hopefully win.
That's right.
But that's all I got, man. If you want anything to add, this is hour 36 minutes. We try to keep it to an hour, but there's just so much good stuff to talk about. And maybe we push this show to an hour and a half when we're bringing a guest on and stuff like that. But I'm actually going to get the needle moving. I don't know that anybody's going to make it this far into the episode. I could probably say whatever right now, but I will say to maybe spark some interest in the next week. We're bringing Joey Walters on here
What?
to talk about the NBA, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Joey's hilarious, by the way.
He's just gonna talk about Fortnite.
He might talk about Fortnite. He might talk about U.S. Armed Forces. I'm not real sure. We're proud of Joey for fighting for our country, and he's a NBA expert and also a Fortnite expert. So you might learn how to build while he's on here too.
Thanks.
So all right, that's all I got. Mason, you got anything to add, or you good to go?
Good. All good. 4 eyes out.
All right, this 4 eyes out too. We'll see you next week.